משהו מוזר שעדיף שאני אגיד לפני שהלייב יתחיל, סופית. משום מה יש את הכפתור האישור הזה, של אם אתה רוצה לשחק, אם זה ה-Ace Trilogy, ואם זה ה-Apollo Justice Trilogy, אני לא יודע למה. וגם, כאילו, ניסיתי לעשות אותו סטאפ כמו שעשיתי ב-Ace זה לא פועל ככה. שכחתי שב-Apollo Justice זה לא פועל ככה. anyway, כן, ה-Apollo Justice Trilogy! עכשיו ההשקעה מסודר יפה, בגלל שזה בורדרלס. במקום מה שאני בדרך כלל רגיל ב-Ace Trilogy, שזה ווינדו. אוקיי. אז עדיף שאני אתחיל כבר את החגיגה. וניכנס ל-Apollo Justice. המחזור נהיה אחר כך. זה הדבר הראשון שאני עומד לעשות היום. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. בוי. זה בהחלט יהיה משהו שאצפה שקצת יעזור. אז זה נראה חדש. מה זה, יש מקניק חדש? אני לא מבין. אוקיי, whatever. בואו נתחיל אז את Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. סליחה, Turbo Trump. אוקיי. מה זה? וואי. אוקיי. Fine. Finish playing the game, כן. נראה שיש פאק-אפ ששכחתי! נראה ששכחתי בנוגע אני חייב להפעיל רקורדינג. לא ציפיתי שיהיה לי את הבעיה הזאת עוד פעם, אבל... אוקיי, זהו, הפעלתי את ההקלטה. אז אם יהיה לי עכשיו בעיה בלייב יותר... כן, אני לא יודע למה תמיד יש לי את זה, אבל... כן. יש לי בעיה בלייב סטרים! again! לא ציפיתי שזה יעבוד עוד פעם. באמת. כמו שאמרתי בהתחלה של הלייב, בוא נתחיל ב-Apollo Justice. קצת ראיתי את האינטרו שהיה בהתחלה, נראה שיש עוד משהו חדש שקורה פה. ואני קצת מתרגש. בסה שהלייב היה חייב להיחתך באמצע הקייס. תודה רבה. אפילו לא סיימתי את האינטרו. מאיפה זה נשמע לי מוכר? זה ליטרלי הסתום לטרנבאוט. אז זהו, עכשיו אני אפתח עוד פעם את Apollo Justice. New Game. אפסל 1, Turbo Trump. בוא נקווה שלא צריך לעשות לזה עוד ריפיט. וזה. בהחלט זה נראה כמו פוקר. כאילו אני אמרתי את זה בקטע של לייב, אבל זה באמת נראה כמו פוקר. Showdown time. You lose. מה זה? זהו, זה הסוף. זה איפה שאני אצטריך. וואו, להרוג רק על פוקר? סיריוסלי? מה זה? I seem to be in a bit of a trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please, the cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should come to that. What's that? Whoa! זה השתנה באופן דרסטי. אינטרסטי, אז עכשיו במקום שיש כפתור, או שאני יכול לעשות QE, או שאני יכול אשכרה ללחוץ על זה. אשכרה ככה עם תמים שלו. מה זה? A tennis badge. How long did I yearn for this? For one of these. Just putting on just makes me feel ready. Smith's autopsy report. אוקיי, התעטשתי. לא יודע למה פתאום. The time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death was caused by a single blow to the forehead. Crime for a heart. The sub-basement at the... איך אומרים את זה? בורשט בול קלוב? איך קרה? אוקיי, אז הנה בן אדם מת, ויש את כל הפופרים. מה זה שזה? כוסטב גאבן, סימן שאלה. מזכיר לי ממש את מסטיפי. ושלי סמיב, גם H סימן שאלה. The victim in this case, I traveled only recently back in country. My first client, just standing in front of this guy makes me nervous. Christoph Gavin, 32. Boss at Gavin Law Offices, a first-rate defense attorney and my trusted mentor. איפה פיניקס? מה קרה לריין קו? כן ראיתי כמה דברים, כמו שאני אומר, אבל במקרה הזה יש יותר interpretation לאיך שהוויסים בעצם הולכים. אז כל מה שאני יכול לעבוד עליו זה אשכרה voice clips. אז כרגיל לא ראיתי שום דבר רלוונטי לקייס, אני רק שמעתי objection, hold it וכל הדברים האלה. האמת, אם אני לא טועה, אני דווקא אפולו ג'סטיס, מה שהיה בהתחלה. אוקיי, אני מחליף את Z לבאקספייס. לא ידעתי את זה. זה T-configuration, נכון? הנה. cancel. זה שעות לפה. לא הבנתי שמשתנה? לא. rotate evidence, move cursor. accord record. זה בסדר. זה history. מה זה history? options, autoplay, אני ראיתי קודם. יש גם איזה look / zoom in ו-zoom out. זה show / hide text window controls guide. reset camera. ארטפוס. זה present. לא משנה לאנטר. לא יכול. למה לא? זה למה אנטר הוא לא בשליטה. זה תולד. הופה. נראה שלא הכנתי את הסטינגס כמו שצריך, כמו שחשבתי קודם. Yes. Turn this on to enable story mode in place of autoplay, allowing you to progress with the game automatically without having to press any buttons. The answer to questions presentation all handled on your behalf. Requires may not be available if you use story mode. Okay, whatever, אני לא אעשה story mode obviously. אני הולך לשחק בזה כמו משחק רגיל. זה ייקח לי הרבה זמן להתרגל. רגע. כן. זה אני מחליף! קוד רקורד. מה זה היה קודם? E. אז מה שקשה ל-E? מה זה E? קוד רקורד / next page. אז press / previous page. אני תמיד לוחץ אז. למה לא? זה החלטתי לצאת לשנות את הטאב, אבל... ברא. אוקיי, fuck it. אני אסתדר ככה. אז יש כמה דברים שאני כן שמעתי באופן כללי על הוויסים, אבל יהיו כמה קלאסים, זה כמה שאני אגיד. 20 באפריל, 9:37, תסתכלו, דפן לובי 3. כן, אני אפולו. Panicked, palms sweaty. Get a minute, I'm nervous. Oh, good morning, מי זה? Oh! Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose, I'm fine. That screeching voice. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine! I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Cords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine! 5 בבוקר? ועכשיו כמעט... עכשיו בערך 9:30. וואלה, what the fuck? דבר ראשון. דבר שני, זה לא למה הקול שלי כל כך חזק. שכאילו כן, אני שומע הרבה שהקול שלי מאוד גבוה. זה לא הסיבה לזה. זה פשוט נורמלי אצלי שהקול שלי גבוה. מתי שאני לא חולה. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. I did it again. Seriously? עוד אחד שם, עוד הסיטואציה שאתם יכולים? למה פשוט לא הייתי יכול לעשות את כל הקייס של ברידג' ואז אחר כך אפולו? רגע לא, באפולו אני כבר הרגשתי הרבה יותר טוב. never mind. זה נראה חדש. האנימיישן סטייל הזה. זה כאילו מעתיק את השיער של דליה. אם כבר חושבים על זה. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I won't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gun, sir! I'm all over the drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes! Yes, I'm fine, sir! One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing your case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. Client, Ken. My name is Paul Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm in your turn. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out. Of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Ooh. Hi. רגע. convenient שאני עשיתי רירן ל-Rise from the Ashes בגלל ה-achievement של Angel Star שבסופו של דבר יצא לי פייל. זה לא נראה בתור פין של אמה? מה שיש פה על הכובע? זה לא נראה כמו הפין של אמה? Interesting. Whoa! Good morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Medium, cardiac arrest. מי אתה בכלל אמור להיות? וגם למה יש לך את הפין של אמה? זה עוד משהו? I think I'm supposed to say something. Hope? So, you're Fine. I'm fine. Oh, Mr. Fine, is it? הפולה, אתה דופק את עצמך כל שנייה בשנייה. I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me. Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. He's your friend, so why? You'll see. Can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, It's time, shall we? Yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice. Okay. הנה בא justice. Sure. וגם נראה שיש לי את האופשנס פה תמיד למטה, זה כיף. ומה שקרה עושים highlight. 20 באפריל, 10 בבוקר, דיסטריק קורט, קורט מספר 2. Interesting. זה נראה כמו איזשהו מדד היסטוריה כזה. איך הוא מבין זה? או לא יודעת איך מדייקים את זה. זה history checker או transcript. אני לא יודע אם שמעתם על מה זה transcript, אבל קורט מספר 2. וואו! אתה צוחק עליי. אתה חזרת? ונראה שיש את ווינסטון פיין עוד פעם. זה ווינסטון או שזה אולי מישהו אחר? הוא נראה עוד דומה, רק השיער שלו השתנה בהמון. אוקיי, אז אני אעשה את אותם קולות הרגילים שעשיתי קודם. The court is now in session. Oh my god, זה אשכרה כן ווינסטון. ומה קרה לשיער שלו? The fuck? אוקיי. זה אשכרה ווינסטון, מה עשיתי איתו? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Don't panic. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice. This is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Thank God. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Oh! Interesting. ואתה, זו פעם ראשונה שהיה לי... לא יודע, זה אשכרה כן פעם ראשונה. פה קודם היה רק את מאיה, פרל, מיה ואמה. עכשיו יש את קריסטוף. ממש נראה שזה איזשהו צ'יינג' שיש בטרילוגי הזה. אולי קאונסל לא יהיה כזה קונסיסטנט של פיים פלוס אמה חד פעמי. אוקיי. Well, of course he wants justice. Not just this case to this greenhorn. Why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. My Phoenix! Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience. Fine, but does he have cords of steel? Apollo, let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. לך, אם אני אחליט לשמור את הלייב הזה, או מה מימו, אני התחלתי להקליט רק אחרי שהיה לי את הבעיה בלייב, אחרי שעשיתי ריסטארט. אז זה למה חלק מהדברים פשוט היו אוף כזה. היי.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. Sorry we had to meet again under this circumstance.
מה זאת אומרת again?
Long time no see, Miss.
זה פיניקס! זה אמור להיות פיניקס! Yeah, sure, whatever you say. מה שאתה אומר? אשכרה.
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
פאק, שכחתי, לא יכול לפתוח קודם כל.
33. Pianist at the Borscht Ball Club, formerly an ace attorney for some reason.
ווינסטון, כן. 61, וואו. זה רק אני, או שפיניקס נהיה מבוגר יותר? די יותר שזה אמר, לא יודע, 25-26 או משהו? קודם? מה גרם לשינוי?
כריסטוף 32.
ווינסטון 61! The prosecuting attorney, for all his experiences, he lacks a certain present. Yeah, sure! ואומייגד, אפשר לראות דווקא את הסטייטמנטס יותר בברור. עכשיו שאני שם לב פה, אני מסתכל על הקורד רקורד, זה לא כאילו מחשיך את זה, זה אשכרה בתור... רגע. בקספקס. זה אשכרה קופץ כזה כמו איזשהו טאבלט. ולא אשכרה מחשיך את כושר הרקע. אינטרסטינג. אבל למה אתה פיניקס? זה לא פיניקס. לפחות הפינים הם יותר הגיוני עכשיו, אבל עדיין.
That's right. How could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution will be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think, I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I see you leave in chains.
Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
The fuck? אוקיי, מה זה כל השינה הזה? ווינסטון קיבל שיער? פיניקס? פתאום לא דפנס אטורני? מה קורה פה?
The crime occurred at the board.
איזה שפה זה אמור להיות? המילה הזאת,
A Russian restaurant.
האמת? יש לי קצת אקספיריאנס עם זה. אני כבר חוזר, אני רגע מברר משהו. אז BRB. אוקיי, חזרתי. עכשיו, מדיבור עם ההורים שלי, כי הם דווקא באים יותר מהאזורים האלה ויותר מכירים שם את השפה. בורשט? זה אמור להיות מרק כרוב. אל תשאלו אותי. בורשט אמור להיות מרק כרוב. אני פשוט אגיד בורשט כי... אני לא בטוח איך להגיד את ה-CH. כאילו S-C-H, איך אומרים את זה? פשוט אגיד בורשט. אני פשוט ככה אנחש. Russian restaurant, אוקיי.
The defendant, Felix Wright, took up the victim, a customer. He hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold. A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was? The pianist for the club, it seems. Felix Wright, a pianist?
שאלה טובה, זה בכלל לא נראה לי כמו פיניקס. אבל... קצת יצא לו שיער בקצוות. כן ידעו שיש לו שיער קוצים. ככה. קוצים כאילו ככה, לכיוון הזה. אם הפנים שלו מסתכל ככה, אז הקוצים שלו יהיו ככה. וואבר. אולי הכל הזה מוסתר בתוך הכובע? עם הפין של אמה?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice.
weird choice. אבל אוקיי. לפחות התחלנו לפחות מתחילים עם פוקר. שזה יהיה מעניין. אבל 100% כל הנושא של פוקר יהיה רלוונטי.
Grape juice is apparently a defendant's drink of choice.
Okay, Phoenix, whatever.
The court accepts the deadly weapon, the deadly ball,
סליחה.
as evidence.
Okay. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Oh no shit. What's that? Oh! רגע. זה נראה משהו אחר. There's a number inscribed on the back of the badge. There are many numbers like it, but this one is mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. Oh, truth. Get a happy feeling inside just looking at it. Okay, Apollo. Okay, וזה אמור להיות כל התג. Interesting, אז זה מעתיק דברים יותר מ-Rise from the Ashes. הגיוני. אוקיי, ואשכרה יש ארבע פסיעות, יותר טוב אפשר לקרוא. Active name, Shady Smith, סימן שאלה. מאיר, estimate time of the 17 באפריל, בין 1:45 ל-2:15. זאת אומרת ש-2 זה הממוצע של רבע שעה, זה פלוס מינוס רבע שעה. Cause there several hemorrhages resulting from blunt trauma to forehead. אוקיי, וזה היה כנראה הבקבוק שעשה את זה. The bar is completely empty. יש פה משהו. Grape juice. How has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. Wonder how well it goes with borscht. Okay. Okay, זה בסדר. Interesting. לא, אין פה שום דבר, למה אני בדקתי פה? וזה פשוט רק בסגל התמונה, לא על להפוך תמונות. אוקיי. Correct! Right! Have heard of that. Use E to look at the evidence so far. בסדר, נלחץ על E! אוקיי, כבר עשיתי את זה, אני סתם צחק. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right. Just use E. אוקיי. זה איזשהו בדיחה, פשוט E. לא צריך להסביר שום דבר. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. כבר עשיתי את זה.
So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. Just who was this, Shady Smith fellow? We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. If they had only just met, then why murder?
שאלה טובה, אין motive.
Perhaps the victim was lighted the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to be the case. To have been the case.
זה נראה פוקר. האינטרו התחיל עם פוקר.
Oh, the more they had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skills. At least not piano playing. I'll let this fellow explain what I mean.
פוקר.
As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second. Is it poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself.
Okay.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Objection! Wow! Oh! Okay! It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yeah, it was only that. A game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, and there's no waste. A silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Blue flame?
מאיפה זה בא? Blue flame?
Come again? The cards on the table have blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present. An impressed woman.
Well, that will be our first order of business here then.
Find out more about this failed game of cards.
Okay.
Farewell, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held at the night of the crime.
My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
Oh. זה מרגיש חדש. The competition. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play alone. Our real job is to take our interested customers at the poker table. The room where we play is the competition. In there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of cards. מה? אני אשכרה לחצתי. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using two decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. אני אשכרה לחצתי, למה זה קפץ?
A pianist who can't play piano. Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
ווינסטון? אולי קצת תסביר לבנוגע למה זה קרה לפיניקס, כי אני לא יודע למה הוא בכלל... רגע, לא, מי סיימה את המשחק הקודם בנוגע לזה שהיא אמרה שליטרלי המגנום אופס שלה זה פיניקס או משהו כזה? שאין למי שום דבר עוד ללמד אחרי הסיום של טריילס? אז אחרי הסיום של ברידג'? מה לעשות זה קורה פה? למה פיניקס יותר...
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor.
The first cross-examination.
Don't blow it. אצלי זה רגע. אשכרה מוזיקה טובה. אבל מעבר לזה, זה הקרוס, אני אפילו לא יודע איזה מספר זה הקרוס שלי.
Oh, you're right. You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too.
The brain feels strained and raspy, sir.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
Do?
Charles Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination.
לא! כל שאני אמרתי זה הקרוס אקזמיניישן המיליון שלי. No thanks! No need to help you, her, sir. I think I've got this one covered.
I think you do more than you think. You know it. Or you do not.
Now fine. The cards are still ready for bell. Opens, press, and present.
Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? Seth! Phoenix Wright would never lie. It's up to me to prove it.
Actually... הוא שיקר כמה פעמים. רספי עולה ישר לראש, אבל whatever.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
וואו! מה זה היה? הפנים נראה חדש?
The competition.
יש לי רק 5 לייק בארס? סייזלי, מה עם ה10 שהיה לי בפיניקס רייט שלתי? צחק עליי. אני חייב לסיים את כל הטקסט לפני שאני יכול לגעת בזה. Are you fucking kidding me? והנה, עכשיו אני יכול לעשות את זה רגיל. יופי.
Here's a trade I don't play. The real job is stake. Interested customers over to the poker table.
You will play competition. Rules simple. We play game poker using 2 decks. That's all it is. A game and the customers are happy. אם אני לא טועה פוקר ספציפית, זה לא כמו רשן רולט. אם מישהו מכיר את זה, רולט הרוסית. בתור תרגום עברי ישר. שזה כאילו לוקחים רובה טעון, מסובבים אותו, מכוונים על הראש, ואם הכדור לא יוצא, אז אתה מעביר את זה לבן אדם הבא עד שהכדור יורה. מטומטם, אני יודע. אבל משום מה זה קיים. אז האם בכלל, ובמקרה של פוקר, אם זה הימורים על כסף, אם אני לא טועה זה לא חוקי. So, you claim you weren't gambling?
That's right. It was simply a game.
Didn't bet any money? Not even a little?
The only thing that was at stake in our game was pride itself.
Oh,
Well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. Mistakes? Your
seriously. Can we get back to the trial now?
Can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Stand a little early to be jumping to conclusions. This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press.
Right, got it. Bye-bye.
Now to listen to the testimony again.
אז נראה שאני חייב לעשות פרס. על משהו. הכל נראה הגיוני.
בהתחלה. אולי יצא משהו. Could hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes. When customers demand it. I'll play them one song. That's usually all they want. It's supposed to be a boast just now?
A title, pianist, with a mask. A respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Then why are you really at the Borscht Ball Club?
בשביל הפוקר.
They pay up you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. I take pride in that statement.
פרייד לא אומר שום דבר, ווינסטון.
It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What?
I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. 7 שנים? למה אני הייתי מודע לזה? מתי הפולו ג'סטיס נמצא בטיימליין?
I've never lost. Once.
What?
See why the customers come now? Defeat that and defeat a poker champion. It's quite a draw. It is. I'm quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible?
אפשר להכניס את הסטיימנט הזה לתוך ה... אפשר להכניס את הסטיימנט לתוך הטסטימוני? בדרך כלל זה המצב של הנה סטיימנט שאומרים תכניס לטסטימוני. בדרך כלל זה עובד.
The room at the crime scene for is an attraction?
It's quite a history, actually. The Borscht Ball Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market?
All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. אשכרה התפטרו פה מהבלק מרקט? Press X to doubt? Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
Smoky room. Black gambling hoods. You know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
The bosses got around at the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it could be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it. Though it was common knowledge to our guards. Regulars. Slicha. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. They're using 2 decks. 2 decks of cards? Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I've noticed. In addition to the cards at the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor.
Ken. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. The crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. הנה הכחול עוד פעם. איזה צבעים יש? It's poetic, really.
Coincidentally, we used two types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. We can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. Okay. This competition you're talking about. I believe your core understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
That's right. It was a simple game, after all.
Are you sure?
What? Huh?
People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room at the very moment that the crime occurred. You claim no connection to the crime? Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor.
מתי זה בא?
Of course. I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
That one's the bar.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sir?
Right? There's something I would like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I would like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. Defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony.
What's up?
I plead silence regarding the murder, but I was sad I never touched the murder weapon.
Never touched the murder weapon. Where's the defendant, Mr. Rights? 100%? מה קרה עם אי לפרזנט? שנייה, מה זה? מה זה R? לפרזנט. לא, לא, לא. רגע, אולי אני יכול פשוט לעשות ככה? לא, זה יפתח לי את המפה של זה. אני חייב לעשות פרזנט ככה. וואו! Object objection! Having presented evidence during your first cross-examination. Fair. So you say I didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice. Right?
So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Whoa! מה זה האנימיישן החדש הזה?
Too bad, new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Brain? I examined the barrel in question, you see. It was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection!
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case.
What about my cords of steel? Bappa.
Anyway,
What's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant?
well, that's true. It's a long jump for me.
וואו, זה אשכרה מעתיק הכל! מה זה הרגע?
It's a long don't prove it, did it? Objection. Oh, that wouldn't prove a thing if there were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
The fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he was holding the barrel inverted. And there can only be one reason for that.
נדפוק את זה על הראש.
Yes! Brain someone with the ball! Oh!
אל תצחק עליי! Winston! Mr. Gavin! I think things just took a turn for the worse.
No. I see no problem, Justice.
תמיד זה לא יכול להיות בעייתי, רק אם נוכל למצוא דברים אחר כך, אבל... זה באמת בעייתי.
Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Bandit, can you explain your fingerprints on this ball to the court?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Objection!
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
שנייה אחת. אני לא רגיל לזה שיש אשכרה object noises יותר מאשר משני אנשים בקייס. מחוץ לברידג' כי זה היה ספיישל קייס. אני לא רגיל לזה. אז אני לא רגיל לזה שקריסטוף זורק אובג'קשן עם סאונד. זה לא רגיל אצלי מהניסיון שלי.
What would that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... Really? Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scenes, shall we?
Okay.
The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement, 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see.
And this is the phone that made the call? Used by the defendant to notify the police from the restaurant first floor. Okay. Oh. What the fuck? What's that? Ah! Mary's being held in with a piece of tape. Should just buy a new one. Maybe he can afford it. Or he just doesn't care. משהו? אני יכול להזיז ככה. ואת האבנס ככה. אוקיי. זה... אצטרך להתרגל לזה. נראה לי פעם שזה היה רק one case, אבל זה מההתחלה נתן לי את זה. אוקיי, לא, אין כלום. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? I say, Mr. Gavin, we better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about.
What was it you said?
The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed?
שאלה טובה, האמת.
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
הנה זה עוד פעם. Decisive witness. כל הבולשיט של פאקינג ודקה.
You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room at the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
Whoa! What's that?
The witness will start her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
אפשר לראות פה פנים קטנות, what the fuck?
I'll summarize it shall be fired by the defense's demonic-looking whore.
למה כולם מדברים על זה?
Just a little Virgil. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this car will cut them off.
מה אני עושה בשבילך? אינטרסטינג, רגע. כן יש את הנושא הזה של את כנראה בת מועדון מרקוב. Russian accent is!
You are sure? I swear it on my God. Please come out.
Is it violence against her a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure, it is okay.
Why?
Now the prosecution. Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witnesses' paraphernalia? Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Ol. I'm employed as waiters in Borscht Ball Club restaurant.
א', כן רוסית, ב', Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
And why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve Borscht. That is naming restaurant. I also perform outside other service. I take it one of those other services is taking the customers' pictures. Like for example, this one.
Oh! Sure.
That's the defendant. Indeed. On the night of the murder, man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed. That is the victim.
Okay. זה רק אני או שחלק מהדברים בעצם נשמעים יותר חלשים?
Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. In the same way as I drop cold balls of borscht on the laps of customers. Casually.
רגע, שנייה אחת, מה? Cold bowls of borscht? למה רק אמור להיות חם? whatever.
But the court will casually accept this new evidence.
אוקיי, אני לא יכולה לעשות את זה עכשיו. אני לא יכולה לעשות את זה מתי שזה מופיע, אבל זה רק מתי אחר כך. אז הנה פיניקס, הנה צ'ייס סמית. הנה בקבוקים. ואוכל. לא יודע מה שיש משהו מיוחד. חוץ מ... אוקיי.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room. The hideout, we call it. Excuse me, the hideout? It is room where famous gangster Van Guy was arrested.
bad guy. וואו. איזה יצירתי.
His room where murder took place.
What?
Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I'll pause by courtroom door later for you. There. Files will be numbered and you will write which ones you want copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shay Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly.
A witness.
And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... היא חייבת להיות אחת, אבל... זה המשחק הרביעי. אולי סוף כסף ישנו את זה, הרי היה מצבים... דליה הרפון, ריצ'רד ולינגטון ופרנק סואט. כאילו פרנק סואט ליטרלי היה רק וויטנס אחד. ליטרלי זה רק היה פרנק. ולא לארי, נראה לי לארי לא נחשב. Justice for All עם וולינגטון היה את גם שוב ו... היה גם שוב אז וולינגטון. בטריילס היה את גם שוב קצת פיניקס ודליה. פה יש את פיניקס ואולגה. א', איפה הדטקטיב? ב', איפה... אוקיי, ב', היא הקילר. זה הכל.
Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events.
פה זה התחיל עם פיניקס. That fateful night.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand unlock it at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. That man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death.
Strangulation? אני רציתי לשאול בנוגע ל... משהו אחר, אבל... זה literally לא strangulation.
Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection!
That's ridiculous! Because Mr. Wright can't lose!
Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection.
But he hasn't lost in 7 years!
Take it from me, kid. It happens.
I didn't lose a case as my first 7 years as prosecutor either.
Incidentally, I have some evidence here.
Odd? Ah. Poker chips, okay. These are the poker chips as they laid The very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you say? Yes. Imagine a poker's war. Your hand is your army and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth I was known as the poker herd of courtroom number 3. אוקיי, אבל למה אתה עושה דברים מבלי שאני לוחץ על שום דבר? I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, doesn't seem that most of the chips are... It does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Tim. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. תודה רבה על האבידנס, אבל נראה לי הייתי בבולשיט. Attempt to place whole time with neck locket on neck? Place whole time with locket on head? זה מה שאני חשבתי. אבל אז רק אחרי יש את זה. אז יש שתי contradictions. לא היה שום לוקט, ולא היה strangulation. אז כאילו... What? כאילו, פה יש לוקט, בסדר. אבל פה אין לוקט. רגע. הוא התחיל עם לוקט. מישהו אולי גנב את הלוקט, אז... אוקיי, זה לפחות יותר קל להוכיח, כי... ליטרלי יש את האוטופסי רפורט. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Nah, normal customers only choke on board.
אני אפילו לא אשאל את זה. No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss Orley! Really now? Did you witness the crime? וואי! וואי, זה היה! טוב. תפיסה לא רעה. אני מניח.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yet, it is the fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Ooh.
Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, wow, I get.
His head certainly was hit.
Okay, Ralph, I get it.
Well, but I have seen it happen. The defendant, the lunged victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught it in your own light this time. Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction! There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue this cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much too. אם ככה, אז אני משלב את שני הדברים.
Objection!
מה? לא, לא פה. אוקיי, options, אני חייב לשנות את זה. אולי כן צריך ככה. לא, ככה זה נצא ככה. וואלה, אני יכול לעשות סייב. יש לך לואוד. נראה שאני יכול לעשות סייב פייל לכל משחק, אז לא יהיה לי בעיה לעשות ג'אמפים. אוקיי. טוב, אני לפחות יכול לעשות סקיפ לזה. ברו, אי אפשר לעשות... הנה זה! הנה הסקיפ שלי, let's go! זה היה ככה כל הזמן הזה. 100% נראה שזה עושה סקיפ יותר לאט. הייתי חייב את פאר מספר 2. Being a dead horse. אתה אומר. משהו פה. אולי זה כן הסיטואציה הזאת של הנקלס? אבל אי אפשר לעשות את זה מהתמונה הראשונה כי אי אפשר לראות את זה כמו שצריך. אבל עכשיו בשנייה כן אפשר לראות. המקסימום אני אעשה סייב אחרי כל קייס אז. או אם יהיה איזשהו סיבוב. לא... זה הדבר הכי בולשיט שאני אי פעם ראיתי, כי היה אפשר לראות את זה בפרוטו מספר 1, אבל אוקיי. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what is it you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck. I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket at the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. אבל מצד אחר, אפולו, איך זה מסביר את הנק פה? יש מאחוז פה משהו על הנק של סמית. וואו, מה זה השם הזה סמית? פה. אבל אז אחר כך, בשתי הקריים פורוז, נלך 2, אין לו את זה. אז לאן זה נעלם? I knew you would be able to handle this. But what does it mean? Glad to believe the witness's testimony as is. The locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Ah. Okay. Defendant! What do you have to say to this?
Say. Yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
כן.
Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. I fell of my daughter.
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? Confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Don't buy that. This is just a coincidence.
כי זה כנראה לא אפולו.
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost. Badly.
Oh.
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Okay.
Serious competition. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. As chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning died was victim. The last time, defendant played with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant got bottle from table and... Indeed, looking at this picture, doesn't seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? I died in a fit of anger, Your Honor.
Well,
And now I regret what I've done. Common tale, but true.
Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies.
Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong.
או שהטסטמנט של פיניקס יכול להיות שקר. עכשיו אני יכול... Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used?
No, not special. Usual game with usual rules. Each man began with 3,500 points. Then the total would be... 76, no, 7,000 points. Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even a line division.
שלוש 500 פוינטס כל אחד. אז אם ככה צריך לספור כמה צ'יפס יש. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. כל זה שווה ל-6, 7,000. 7,000 זה 6 אדומים ועוד 10 אפורים. זה 7,000 פוינטס. יש איזשהו חילוק במספרים? Are the chips in this fill all the chips that were used?
Of course. Something's fishy with these chips. Oh, but
Obviously! Oh, damn, are you? Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
explain? What is there to be explained?
עכשיו.
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fishing chips, nor a chip of an old book. Or a motorcycle.
Thanks. Oh, Professor Rome asks something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even? Yet, as I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. LOL! 2 types of chip. 100 points chip and the 1000 points chip. It is not money, duh. Just this? So, how do you find her comment? Interesting. סט אחד מחולק ל100, סט אחד מחולק ל1000, יש 7,000 פוינטס ו10 אפורים ו6 אדומים. אז אם ככה, על פי המספרים, אז האדומים אמורים להיות 1,000 והאפורים אמורים להיות 100. שאם ככה, רייט הוא זה שמאיים לנצח, לא סמיף. אבל זה מוטיב! More ways to answer. I'll have it added to our testimony myself. Well, if the defense want to witness to... Yes! Yes, I do think this deserves first scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness. If you would be so kind. Duh, Your Honor. One kind of chip is worth 100 points, the other kind worth 1,000. 2 kinds in all. אז אני אעתיק את הבולשיט שהיה, אם אני לא טועה, ב-Turnabout Beginnings. Oh, serious competition, sure. אני אעשה את הבולשיט שהיה ב-Turnabout Beginnings. Objection! Perfect. ובויה. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. Oh. It seems that our attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. I thought so too. But the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined value of these chips, was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, count to 5. Well, they are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all of the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small ones worth 100, then you add them up. How much is it? Put yourself, you're not in kindergarten, are you? 1,600 points! The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony! But why? How could this be? מכיוון אחד זה יכול להיות 10,600, מכיוון אחר זה יכול להיות 7,000. וזה המספר שיוצא לנו. 7,000, לא 10,600. אמרתי את זה? אני אגיד את זה עוד פעם. Why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know what, you must determine the why. Right. There's only one possible way to explain the contradictions.
Starting points were wrong, chip count was wrong, both were right.
Let's come out both were right. Let's come out both were right.
לא שכחתי להשתתף ברמה.
נעשה both were right. כי זה מה שזה יוצא. אם 1,100 ו-1,000 ומתחילים עם 3,500, אז עדיין יש אופציה של 7,000 רק אם הצבעים בעצם היו הפוכים. בכוונה של הכמות, של הגודל שלהם, כן. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this small graph, then there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips. What's the other way around? But, get in! What? Want to know what I think? The small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Real madness! We got photographed of chips again. 6 small chips and 10 large ones. It does make 7,000 points when you add them up. כן, 7,000. ואם בעצם בטסטמוני הכמות של הצ'יפס והכמות הראשית לא משתנה, אז זה אומר שזה יוצא 7,000 ופיניקס זה שם מהצח.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Literally can, dumbass.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
Wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed. The victim did have the larger amount of chips still.
Ah! Exactly. If the small chips are worth 1,000 points and the large ones are 100, let's do a little math. Add the points for each side of the table.
Victim, Mr. Smith. 2,100 points and the defendant had 1,400 points.
Well now, it seems that Mr. Right was winning that night after all.
That's impossible! My client even had less reason to kill the victim.
After all, he was winning!
Ah!
Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Okay. Bogus, yes!
Order! It appears the defendant has lost his motive. Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must ask ourselves whether we can trust.
Oh.
What if I called it? Oh. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley?
If we can trust the witness testimony, Okay, that was better objection.
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, see what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat.
What?
A cheat? You mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam?
They're all the same thing!
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. This is why a game ended with chips as they are. Just great. Must be lying now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. Pretty interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
מה יש?
בואו נראה. The last hand, both men had a full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was a...
The defendants?
The bottle in hand. Oh, Mr. Smith.
Huh? Miss Oral! Why did I not tell the court about this from the very beginning?
If I smell the cover up here.
Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
Full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous's tactics. Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
אני יודע פוקר, אבל אני באמת לא כזה יודע מה שקורה בתוך פוקר, כי אני עדיין קטין.
Lawyers these days, you don't know about your poker? I can see that bodes well for your case or career.
Is this second poker court poker ring?
Justice. Here are the terms. 1 pair, 2 per, and 3 of kind. Yes? Yeah, no problem.
2 cards with the same number make a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind.
I'll picture a hand with 1 pair, and add 3 of a kind. That's a full house. Doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. Jim. Oh. They both have full houses.
Forget. There's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If you did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional conman losing when they cheat?
Okay. 4 of each card from ace to king. מה מדברת? יש רק 3 קינגס. איפה ב4? Olga's big secret. Big reveal, סליחה. אוקיי. Objection! מה?
Four of each card, you say? Ah, there is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It's an interesting fact that the number 4 comes from the number of seasons.
Huh, you don't say.
Did you know that cards are numbered 1 to 14? Add all the cards in a deck and you get 364. A year! You don't say. Is that 1 day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. Say the second joker stands for yearly. As you have a perfect representation of the year. All in a deck of cards.
אני לא ישבתי הגדול בזה, אבל whatever.
You don't say. I'm going to be spoiled for a year if it keeps going like this.
Hold it!
How was it clear?
Ah, well, the defendant. He played a fee face.
מה? אין 4 קינגס, יש 3, ויש רק 4 אייסים. מה זאת אומרת אייס חמישי? Fifth ace?
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith, his hand had 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's too.
Obviously, Ching was a third. Or perhaps I should say, a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps this will be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well, the witness will add this deal to her testimony, please. Okay, יופי. תודה רבה, כריסטוף.
Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces and Mr. Wright's too. It is 5 aces in all.
הנה, עכשיו אני יכול להגיד get fucked. כי עכשיו אני יכול להגיד יש 4 אסים, לא 5.
Objection!
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name...
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you say in your testimony.
That's the fur of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this file. Well, which particular point contradicts with the witness's statement? What does it? כאילו, הדק של סמיף הבטוח, זה מראה... היא אומרת 3 אסים ולפיניקס 2, אבל... לסמיף יש 3 קינגס, לא אייס. לא אסים, 3 קינגס. Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, but you can clearly see that the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that had the 3rd ace in question.
Objection!
Stein, take another look at the evidence. See, the defendant also has 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see Ching, alright, and it's going right here in this courtroom. 2 aces in each player's hand. Let's make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The fee face. That was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying that she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What that might be, Mr. Gavin.
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne,
Yes?
the player's hand that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well. The prosecution would submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
These cards don't prove cheating was going on. Nothing will.
Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's. כי זה האחד שאשכרה ישנו. Was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony? The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would.
Farewell.
Perfect.
Well, time is wasting. Go to it, Justice.
Yes, sir. Yadati! Yadati, this is a tutorial.
When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles.
Try using directional
To turn in every way,
and then B and M.
to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective of the case. Okay, let's do this.
שאפשר לעשות. טה-טה-לה-לה! ויש 4 קלפים אדומים ו1 כחול. What? Your Honor, look at this! One of the victim's cards! The back is a different color! Ah!
That's impossible! What put that card in White's hand?
Ah!
How was that, Miss Orley?
No, yet. I merely said,
Your Honor. Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? Cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say.
the dealer.
Ah!
Wait, so you mean
This witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheer. A professional, I'll wager.
Okay, wow!
Order! Order! Focus, Justice. Don't take advantage of it.
Paul, what the fuck? Of a mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. הקהלה היה אמור ללדת את הפיניקס. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat. Not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shea Smith. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And Mr. Wright isn't guilty. That means I am. The offense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Whoa! Bruh. ועד החדש כאן התעלפת? וואו.
Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice?
Your Honor?
It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. I'm suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means
This court
cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
Hold on! I won! Yes!
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Objection!
Wow!
Mr. Wright?
מה זה היה? מה זה היה objection הזה?
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think. One of the cards had a different color back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the clock? Ridiculous! Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
projections, eh, Phoenix?
As was said before, we alternate between 2 decks of cards that night. As was said before. That's literally what I said, you dumbass. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. We use different colored backs. If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. These different colors and they still got mixed up. Use the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I had this impression that we were using the blue cards.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, me too. Sure, someone said something about blue cards. Wait. In the end, 1 card got it. Of the wrong color got into the mix. Which means that I was cheating. Yes. The card slid into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions. Oh? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Oh, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was that. Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck?
Before, during, or after the murder? Before, היו שמים לב. During. After. After. Perhaps it happened after the murder?
What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly.
Objection! Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? Nothing silly or impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible.
Oh, even when the backs of the cards are different color. If you pulled that during the game, you've been caught in no time.
Ah.
Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and getting straight on to crazy. As then, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
Oh, indeed. That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another?
Yes. A simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room, alive that is. The defendant, Felix Wright, and a witness, Olga Orley. So who was it that swapped the red card for a blue?
Someone else. How about someone else? אין שום logic. Someone else. אולי איזשהו third party בעצם בא אחר כך? כי פיניקס לא היה בחדר כל הזמן הזה. הוא עלה לקומה ראשונה. מה עם אולגה? אני אז
Let's see someone else. Someone else.
The one who swapped the card wasn't Mr. Right, of course. And well, doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. כי אם כבר היא הייתה מחליפה את זה לפיניקס, לא לסמית.
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it would only make sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point.
Yes, I know.
But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make a mistake of swapping the wrong color card.
If the card was swapped during the game, it would be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking of how much fun this all is.
Fun? How confusing! I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this take a new direction.
New direction?
We'll find that indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Because the one who did swap did know two colors of deck of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Why? First I replaced the fifth ace with a king.
I'm sure who swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew is that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up the king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, that person doesn't exist.
True. Not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of the fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else that night at the scene of the crime.
Oh, what?
Ah. I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make Charles ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
These trials proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, at the time of the incidents, there were
incidents. Lama ka mga incidents.
There were only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns their assumption.
Problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose it is a problem, yes.
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. חשבתי שיהיה to be continued. 20 באפריל, 11:52, דיסטריקט קורט, דבטן לובי 3.
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that? I must ask, what is this? Is it the truth? Well now, I think you would know the answer to that. Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'll only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice.
Yes, sir?
The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me.
Bye-bye.
did well, Apollo.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can have it. You can take a look at it. That's the picture of my daughter in there.
Ah, it's Hamu! What I found?
I'm just surprised to hear that you had a daughter.
בערך מתי הספקת? פיניקס? מתי הספקת להביא ילדה? אני לא אשאל את זה.
Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
What do you think?
Huh?
You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did.
Ma?
It's unreasonable to think that I might cheat.
I never, honest, but...
It is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years.
סליחה, מה היה 7 years ago?
Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
What?
You see, poker is all about rating your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker. It's like trial law?
Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win.
Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not.
Ma?
Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Your body language can become a valuable source of information.
You're kidding!
A witness, for instance, Miss Orley.
Ooh.
She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
Can, again. In an album, ראש שלה, כן, הספייט כן אגב בראש. No? Oh, who noticed that?
Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I'll pass the secret on to you.
But I'm not worried. Wait, there's no way I'll pick up on these senses.
No, you can do it.
Huh?
Just don't know it yet.
What's he talking about?
But you will. Soon. Ah, almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
What?
You knew it! I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power.
My, power? I had no idea I'm a court of steel with that special. איזה power? אבל אני לא חושב שהתכוון לקורט of steel, לצערי.
It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
The real trial begins now to be continued. Seriously, Phoenix? Ooh. אין את הקייס רגיל, אבל... אפשר למחוק save files! כמה יש? 10 save files, אומייגאד. אני לא הולך להמשיך מפה, זה יהיה הסוף. Continue the next chapter. Return to games menu. Oh my god! That's load game. Okay! Okay! אז זה אשכרה פועל על פי איך שאני פועל! תודה רבה! האמת? אם כבר, אז אני שם את הפרק של היום פה! כי... אובייסלי, לא נותר כזה הרבה דברים. כן, יש לה לגרד בגרון. אוקיי, אז כן, אני פשוט שם את הלב של היום פה! זה הולך להיות הסוף של הפולו ג'סטיס... זה הולך להיות הפרק הראשון של הפולו ג'סטיס! איזה טירוף. גם תודה, יאללה, זה יראה יותר טוב. הנה, זה גם מוזיקה טובה. בין הלואוד גיים. אוקיי. אז אני שם את הלב של היום פה! כאן היה ירין, נפגש בסרטון. אוי לב הבא, שירין כיוגב, מקווה שנהנתם וירין, אאוט! ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים!